Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today's session is on English learner instruction in Arizona, structured English immersion, and the language development approach. My name is Triana Pope, and I'll be walking you through Arizona's policies, models, and best practices for serving English learners. The goal of this training is to give you both background knowledge and practical strategies for your classrooms. In Arizona, an English learner or EL is a student whose primary home language is not English and who has not yet reached proficiency on the Arizona English Language Learner Assessment, also known as AZALEA. This process begins with the Home Language Survey. If a language other than English is noted, the student takes AZALEA. Students scoring below proficient, levels like pre-emergent, emergent, basic, or intermediate are identified as ELs and placed in services. Arizona's EL population makes up about 14% of all K through 12 students. The majority, around 81%, speak Spanish at home, but we also serve students who speak Navajo, Somali, Vietnamese, Arabic, and many others. More than half of Arizona's EL students are in grades K through 3. This tells us that early and effective support is critical to long-term academic success. Structured English Immersion, or SEI, is Arizona's required model for English learner instruction. SEI provides a minimum of 4 hours of daily English language development. This includes intensive instruction in reading, writing, listening, speaking, vocabulary, and grammar. Students are grouped by their proficiency levels. The purpose is to accelerate growth so students can reach proficiency as quickly as possible. Unlike sheltered instruction, SEI focuses almost entirely on English development rather than teaching content through the first language. Arizona's language development approach guides how we work with ELs. It is based on 4 research-based principles. First, we view English learners as assets, recognizing the strengths they bring. Second, we integrate academic content with language development, ensuring students learn both together. Third, we use explicit, systematic instruction in the 4 domains of language. Finally, we use assessments to inform our teaching, making data-driven decisions. These principles apply across all classrooms and all grade levels. An important element in teaching ELs is student agency. Agency means supporting students in developing their own voice, confidence, and self-determination. When students feel empowered to take risks in speaking English, set goals for themselves, and make choices in their learning, they grow faster. For example, giving students options for how they present their work or encouraging them to reflect on their progress fosters ownership of their learning. Arizona has approved 4 SEI models. The newcomer model is for newly arrived students and provides intense short-term support. The pull-out model allows students to leave their general education classrooms for targeted language instruction. The 2-hour model provides a daily block of English language development. Finally, the 50-50 dual language immersion model splits instruction between English and the student's home language, but this requires a parental waiver. Districts can select the model that best fits their student population. All students complete a home language survey when they enroll in school. If the survey indicates a language other than English, the student is given the AZALEA placement test. The results determine whether the student is eligible for EL services. This process ensures that we identify students who need language support quickly and accurately. The AZALEA is used not only for placement but also for reassessment. Students who qualify as ELs are reassessed every year until they reach proficiency. Once a student scores proficient, they are exited from EL services. However, schools are required to monitor exited students for 2 years to make sure they continue to succeed academically without direct EL support. To ensure fairness, the AZALEA provides standard testing accommodations for English learners. These may include extended time, testing in a small group, simplified test directions, or visual aids where appropriate. It is important to note that these accommodations do not change what the test measures. They simply allow students to show what they know without unnecessary barriers. Parents and guardians play a central role in EL services. After testing and placement, schools must notify parents of the results and recommended services. Parents have the right to accept or refuse services, and even if they refuse, their child remains identified as an English learner and will still take the Azalea reassessments. Communication with families is essential, and schools should provide translated information so parents can make fully informed decisions. In closing, Arizona's approach to EL instruction emphasizes structured English immersion, the language development approach, and research based models that prioritize both language and academic growth. As teachers, we play a critical role in empowering English learners to succeed. For more information, you can visit the Arizona Department of Education's website or connect with your district EL coordinator. Thank you all for your commitment to supporting all students.